another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good. What? Now, to you PlayStation fan, PlayStation, PlayStation Universe, PlayStation World, PlayStation Tribe, PlayStation Nation, PlayStation Legion, PlayStation Mob, and the PlayStation Squad. What's up with it? So, y'all trying to be like Xbox, huh? If you can't beat Xbox, join them. So, when the Xbox Series S came out, you know that little stove, that little microwave, little stove kind of console, got that little burner sitting on the top of it. You know what I'm saying? You can cook your steak, your rice, your lobster, your onions, and all that, right? Right? Y'all was making fun of the console, right? So the Xbox Series S was doing 1440p and the PlayStation 5 wasn't. Then all of a sudden now PlayStation 5 can do it's going to be doing 1440p. So if you can't beat Microsoft, join them. So now, remember when Xbox came out with that phone? They came out with a phone. They made your phone portable, and you attach those Razer controls to it. So now you can play your Xbox games on your phone on the go. And look who's following Microsoft. PlayStation with the backbone. Listen to this. Listen to this. Says here, PS5, PS4 finally go portable with official licensed PlayStation backbone. Says here, many of you will harbor fondness of the PS Vita and its predecessor, the PSP, and understandably so. Both were superb portable systems, really. But with the likelihood of Sony making another extremely low, this may be just the next best thing, an official licensed PlayStation backbone, which works in tandem with an iPhone and the PS Remote Play app to also, to allow you to enjoy PlayStation 5 and PS4 wherever you are. What about Samsung, Sony? Come on now. Some of you will be familiar with this product, but for those of you who aren't, essentially a chassis for your smartphone that includes the traditional controls. In this instance, the product has been endorsed by PlayStation, so you get the console iconic face button and a color scheme that closely matches the design ethos of DualSense. The elegant colors, materials, and finishes are inspired by the design of the PS5 console DualSense wireless controller, including transparent face button and a visually distinctive floating appearance. This press release point out, it's also note that the PS Remote Play apps has been recently updated to even allow you to wake up your console whatever you are. Or they should have said wherever you are. Says, in addition, Backbone has its own app which recommends content from a variety of different platforms, including Apple Arcade. This dovetail with the PlayStation app, incorporating a dedicated row with new release and updates directly from Sony. You'll even be able to download and install games remotely from here, ready to play in the PS Remote Play app. Says here, now obviously none of this is a replacement for native gameplay, as your remote play experience will be heavily dependent on your connection. But for those slower paced visual novels, having all the traditional PlayStation inputs available makes this a viable portable gaming option. Let's not forget the Steam Deck. And of course, it will all work with mobile games that support controllers too. Says here, one other thing worth of note is that the Backbone one doesn't require a battery or a charging. It pulls a negligible amount of power directly from your phone, so it's something you can easily toss into your bag without really needing to think about. Personally, we reckon this is a pretty nifty idea, and we love the aesthetics of this officially licensed PlayStation Edition. Will you be checking this out at all? That's the end of the article. So basically, Sony is doing the same thing that Microsoft is doing when it comes to streaming and remote play. Streaming and remote play is the new thing. But now this all now goes back to the Wii U. Why? Why does it go back to the Wii U? Because the Wii U was a handheld and console in one, right? And you had the Wii U has all angles of gaming covered, all direction of gaming covered, and all bases of gaming covered. So with the Wii U, you can do streaming and remote play between the tablet and the console. Remember, you can build a tablet as powerful as you want, and build a console as powerful as you want, right? And then you can put a hard drive and a solid state hard drive in the back of the Wii U tablet. Okay? And not only that, remember I was telling you that there was only 5 things that needed to be done to the Wii U. The signal strength needed to be fixed. 25 gig CD needs some more space. The Wii U need to be backwards compatible with GameCube. The console and the tablet and console need some power in it, and I think that was it. I can't think of the other one, but the Wii U had everything covered. So Nintendo was ahead of the curve. So when they when they told everybody that they were trying to be different, they were going in a different direction, they were going to do gaming on the go, the Wii U had all that covered. All Nintendo had to do now was give up the 3DS, right? Because the 3DS was really standing in the way of the Wii U, and a lot of people that play video games didn't even see this. All they saw was the Wii U and the 3DS. What they didn't see, that one was a handheld and the other was a handheld and console in one. So Nintendo needs to give up the 3DS. Plus, the sale of the 3DS really goes to the Wii U once you get rid of the 3DS. Plus, they had the Virtual Console to deal with. So, what is the Virtual Console? The Virtual Console is your digital store. But your Virtual Console now is built for natural disasters. There are 2 types of natural disasters. One made by nature, the other made by man. The one by man you know about is like home invasions, burglaries, homelessness, unemployment, job loss, foreclosures. You got home fires. Then you have those political wildfires like the ones that was happening in California during the Trump years, right? The natural disasters by nature now you know about. You know lightning storms, fires, floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis, landslides. The Wii U was built for the Virtual Console was built for natural disasters. So if you lose your material possessions, I'm talking video games, that's where the Virtual Console come in. When you saw everybody talking about video game preservation, when everybody like video game preservation, guess who they got it from? You're looking at them. So with the Wii U, you have streaming and remote play covered, right? You got streaming covered, remote play covered. You have console gaming covered. You got portable gaming covered. You got motion gaming covered. You have gaming on 4 controllers. The Wii U had everything covered. It just needs some power in the system to keep it going. And they refuse to give up the 3DS. So now, look at the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck now, you can stream games from the Steam Deck to a laptop, from the Steam Deck to a desktop. You can do remote play from the Steam Deck to a desktop, and from the Steam Deck to a laptop, right? So now, Xbox was already on it, right? When they came out with the Xbox One, but then they were bringing streaming and remote play to your phone. So all you gotta do is get 2 Razer controllers, and then now you can be on your phone on the go playing your games wherever you go. Sony followed suit. So now Sony, Microsoft, and Valve, they can do streaming and remote play. Nintendo can't do it. Why? Because they gave up the Wii U. Do you see that? Because when they had the Wii U, they were ahead of the curve. They were ahead of the curve. They were ahead of the curve. All they had to do was put some power in the system, keep on using it. So now streaming and remote play now it's the norm now. So everybody, you can stream, you can play. Look, PlayStation, you can play PlayStation games on the Steam Deck. But now Sony took it a step even further. Now they're adding the phone now, so you can use your phone now to play your PlayStation games. So you can stream and do remote play from your phone. You can stream and do remote play from the Steam Deck. Microsoft can do it from the Xbox One to your phone, streaming and remote play. From the Xbox Series X and S, streaming and remote play from your phone, right? The Steam Deck now can do streaming and remote play from your laptop and streaming and remote play from your desktop. Nintendo was ahead of the curve when they had the Wii U, okay? And all they had to do was give up the 3DS, get rid of it, and focus on the Wii U. Do you understand this now? So Sony now is catching on, okay? They're catching on. So when you hear people talking about the Switch, and you're like, wait a minute, you had the Wii U to deal with. Remember, I told everybody the Wii U was designed to pull everybody, meaning the entire Nintendo fan base, out the dark, miserable hole that they find themselves in with the Switch. The Switch should have never been built, like I've been telling people for years now. This article just made my argument for me even stronger. Okay, so it's not about winning the console race per se. It's about maintaining your competitive edge, but also making sure that your fan base needs are met, and that's what Xbox has been doing. That's what this is what Sony now is doing. That's what Valve is doing, and Nintendo now, their fan base is suffering. They're missing out on a lot of things. The Wii U had so much things. All they had to do was give up the 3DS. When most people saw the Wii U and the 3DS, they didn't know, they couldn't tell what was happening. You had a lot of YouTubers with big followings, couldn't tell what was going on. When you saw the Wii U and the 3DS, what did you see? You saw a handheld, and you saw a handheld and console in one. One was cartridge, the other was CD. One was limited, meaning the 3DS. The other was unlimited, meaning the Wii U. So what Nintendo should have done now was cut the 3DS off from existence. They refused to do it. So they made up this lie telling everybody it was sales, marketing, commercial failure. That statement was a lie made up to mislead many people. Okay? Yeah, and I was trying to warn people like, don't get the Switch. The Wii U is still better. So now we are in the era of open world games. We're in the era of open world games right now. And what the virtual console was really designed for was to store all your classic console games in the virtual console, so you can focus on your open world games. Because with the virtual console that the Wii U had, it would have saved Nintendo some time. It would have saved them some money. They would have definitely made a lot more if they would have did their due diligence. But now they would have had a lot of free time on their hands now to work on those open world games. Do you understand this now? Okay. This is where we're at. We're at open world games now, and we're at streaming and remote play when it comes to video games. Okay. So Sony's finally catching on now. Okay, and they're not looking back. Okay, they already got their games on the Steam Deck, but now they're taking it a step further. Microsoft is already doing what they do. Valve is already doing what they do. Nintendo is the one playing catch up. But when they had the Wii U, they were ahead of the curve. So Sony putting their games on a phone right now is a good thing. Remember, I even remember the Wii U videos I did when I put the cell phone by the Wii U tablet. Remember that? They were ahead. The Wii U had a phone. The Wii U needed a phone. Remember? Remember when I did this? Where's my phone at? This is the. This is my phone. So remember when I did this with the Wii U tablet? Remember this? Yeah, they were ahead when they had it. The Wii U was just missing a phone, really. They had so much thing covered with that console. They needed this. Remember this? Yeah. So yeah, it's all about open world. It's all about open world games. The Wii U that Nintendo had was a protection for the Nintendo fan base, so they don't go through the problems that they're facing. Okay. So yeah, Sony now is catching on with the Razer. I mean with the backbone. Okay, they're catching on now. Okay, Microsoft was making moves, you know, to keep the industry moving, to keep the industry moving, to keep the industry afloat. Sony's catching on. Valve already caught on, because now all Valve got to do now is take care of the streaming and remote play between the laptop and desktop, and then add a phone to that mix, and they're good to go. Yeah, that's where we're at now. That's where we are right now. Open world games, streaming, and remote play. Sony's caught on. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Borg, dark side. I'm gone. Peace.